It is Sunday, May 1st in the MLB, and I'm Austin from Calling Our Shot.
And I'm Logan from Calling Our Shot.
And we are back for another edition of our best bets in the MLB. I keep saying NBA as I just recorded that video. As you can see, we're still on the road, but we got our favorite money line pick. We got our favorite first five pick, and we got a no run first inning pick coming your guys' way.
As always, do us a favor and hit that subscribe button. It really helps us grow this channel. We just hit 32,000. So Austin, we need the people to get us to 33,000. We can't do it without them. Also, drop a like on this video. If we've been making you money, which I'm pretty sure we have, considering how profitable we've been, definitely, hit that subscribe button and like button for us.
Logan, we managed to do what I didn't think we could do. It was 7 straight winning days after yesterday. That is a full week sweep. Hopefully, we can go into this upcoming Monday with another profitable day. A recap, we had Blue Jays, bounce back Blue Jays, as I call them, cashing again for us. More on that again in their game today. Then we had the Oakland and Cleveland NRFI, cash that one. Mariners, they were looking good. Good thing we didn't do first five, because it would have absolutely been devastated if we took their first five, as they gave up 3 runs and lost the first 5 3-1. Ended up losing the game 3-1. But hey, we won't complain about profit. 7 straight winning days. This is why we say we don't play a lot of parlays here, because I believe over the last 7 days we've only had to sweep 2 of those days. But you know what, Logan? Today, we're getting that sweep. And before we get into your first play, I got to shout out our COS All-Stars. You guys are the real MVPs. Thank you guys all for supporting the channel. You're the reason we just hit 32,000 subscribers. You're the reason I still do these videos in the middle of Michigan on the road with my mic doing who knows what. I see the comments. I see you guys out there. But Iris, regardless, our newest All-Stars, we got Marcus, we got Courtney, we got Mario, we got Titus, and we got Hassan. Thank you guys all so much for supporting us. We can't do it without you guys. But Logan, without further ado, I'm going to throw it to you for our first play of the day, and we're going to get this show cooking.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's get into it. And honestly, I'm starting with a pick. Look, guys, this is weekend baseball. This is a time to be contrarian, whether you like it or not. I'm predicting the comments right now. I know them; they're coming. Taking the White Sox money line versus the Angels. Before you get out your keyboards, hear me out and hear why I'm doing this. Now it's plus 100 odds on BetMGM at the time that we're recording this video. Chicago White Sox 0-4 as an underdog. So that, the line opened as kind of a pick 'em on some books, slight underdog on others, and today it might just be so easy and so tempting for you to take Angels. But here why I am taking the White Sox. Angels batting 270 versus left-handed pitchers and batting 304 on the road versus left-handed pitchers. So they're absolutely scorching lefties. And yes, they're facing a lefty today, Dallas Keuchel, and his 9.9 ERA. How easy is it for you, when you're betting Angels, to see someone with a near 10 ERA and just go down, boom, pick them like that? And you know what? More oftentimes on weekend baseball, you're going to be wrong. I'm just saying this is how Vegas makes all of its money. Dallas Keuchel in his last 3 games, 1.75 whip, 11 whip, and a 1.2 whip in his last 3. Yeah, the 11 whip is not a typo. He hosted batting practice that game. His stats are super inflated from that terrible performance. ERA, guys, is not always, the only stat that matters in baseball. You have to look at whip, and he showed control in 1 out of the 3 starts, right? Also, his ERA at home, as many pitchers are, he pitches a lot better at home. He's got a 3 ERA at home. Now, White Sox also, are they going to be able to back up Dallas Keuchel today, right? That's the real question, because I told you, we're being a contrarian taking a pitcher with a bad ERA at home, but his defense is backing him up statistically. Chicago White Sox are second best in opponent left on base per game. So yes, this is a good and bad stat. He is getting, the White Sox, as a defense, are putting runners on base, but those runners on base are not necessarily translating to runs. So that's a decent stat, right? Now, you got to look at how the Angels, hitters have hit versus Keuchel. Ohtani, one of the big ones, right? He's only batting 0.125 versus Keuchel. Now, Trout, 354 versus Keuchel. So we need to take care of Trout. If Trout gets on base but doesn't, score, I'm fine with that, right? I'll give you all the bases you want, Trout, but we're not going to turn those into runs today. Now, let's talk about the White Sox bats. Yeah. See, again, this is one of those lines that we're just line reading. We're just seeing why is this game a near pick 'em on some books? White Sox only batting 194 versus right-handed pitchers. Not great. Not even batting 200. And they're facing Lorenzen today. 2.93 ERA for Lorenzen so far. So surface level, this looks like a mismatch. I'm explaining to you guys, how easy it is to probably pick Angels. You got a 10 ERA versus under a 3 ERA. But there's hidden stats in here. Lorenzen, 10.8 road ERA so far on the year. In his start versus Houston, he got rocked. 3 1/3 innings pitched, 4 earned runs, and a 1.8 whip at Houston. So he definitely is not as comfortable playing at home. I mean, that shouldn't shock any of you guys. And you know what? I tried to pull hitter stats. Not a lot of hitters on the White Sox have faced Lorenzen so far. But Tim Anderson, the driving force of that White Sox offense, 2 for 5, batting .400 versus Lorenzen. If he gets on base, and I'm telling you, that offense goes as he goes. If he gets on base, I think the White Sox can build on that 4-0 win versus the Angels yesterday and finally string together some dang wins, playing at home in front of that home crowd. I'm taking a shot on the White Sox money line. Yes, I know it can blow up in my face, but this is weekend baseball, and we have to try to be a contrarian every now and then. But Austin, I know we don't have a player prop line, at the time we're recording this video, but yesterday you hit the Blue Jays. What do you got for us today?
I realized that I was muted, but that won't stop me from giving my favorite pick. Now, I do want to give you guys player props. I apologize that I haven't been able to give you some recently. The books have really been sleeping in, and it's Sunday. They're going to be sleeping in once again. But I love the pick with the White Sox. If there's anything I learned, dogs bark on Sundays. So really love the underdog pick. And I got another underdog pick, sort of. We're going with the Blue Jays versus Astros. And no, I'm not taking the Blue Jays today. They just won yesterday. I'm fading them. We're taking the Astros. I'm taking their plus 0.5 first 5 innings. Now, before you go down below, some books have it as first half. That's the same thing as first 5 innings. I'm taking the Astros plus 0.5. So not only could one, the Astros cover, or they could just win outright and be leading after 5 innings, or 2, they could be tied and we're going to cash it. We just can't have them being trailing by 1 run. Now, at first glance, I really wanted to actually take the Astros plus 1.5 full game. I think you get a lot of value. Well, I think that's a really solid bet. Maybe a parlay leg for you degenerates out there. But it was like minus 160 at most books. And so I considered maybe doing like a, Astros plus 1.5, then under 12.5 total runs, kind of same game parlay. But I didn't need to see all the questions from you guys out there. So we're just riding with Astros first 5 run line. Now, obviously, the Blue Jays, they did win yesterday. It was not the greatest win. I mean, they did bounce back. They're good after a loss, but they've also been equally bad after a win. I put that wrong on the screen, but Blue Jays just 3-10 on the run line after a win. And while this this is the run line for full game, still shows that they're really struggling beating teams and beating them up after they win games. Now we look at on the mound, we got Gausman versus Valdez. I'd argue Valdez is probably the best pitcher that the Astros have. He's not necessarily a guy that's going to come out and strike out 10 guys. That's not his game. Pitching a lot towards contact. And if there's anything I've watching these bounce back Blue Jays, that team loves flying out the ball more to center field more than any other team I think I've ever witnessed. And so we look at Gausman. He's also been a little bit sporadic this season. We look at the ERAs. It's 2.19 for Gausman versus 3.15 ERA. Gausman's been a little bit better. He did have some erratic starts at the beginning of the year, but I still look at this Blue Jays offense, or what I would call just George Springer yesterday, as he had 2 home runs. The rest of the offense, there's the APB out for him. Now I really just think Valdez and the Astros, they obviously had won 4 straight prior to losing outright yesterday. I think they bounce back today. I don't necessarily know if they win the game outright, but I think there's good enough value at plus 0.5 first 5 run line minus 110 on FanDuel. I think we're playing a little bit safe. We could see these 2 teams come out pretty slow. Maybe they're tied after 5 innings. Maybe it's scoreless with these 2 decent starting pitchers. Either way, I think we're getting good value, minus 110, just for a team to either win the first 5 or to even tie it. I think we're getting great value on it, Logan. But without further ado, it's the best time of the segment. It's best time of the video. And it is. Oh, yeah.
Nerfy Nation.
Nerfy Nation time. Now, Logan, you might have noticed while you were talking, I was doing something. I was just assembling the Nerfy Nation flag because I had thrown it off when we cashed the one earlier today, which was the easiest no sweat bet Nerfy we've had all season. And hopefully we can do it again today. And we're going Marlins versus Mariners. We're taking the no-run first inning bet on this one. Now, at surface level, we're looking at the 2 different pitchers. We got Logan Webb on the mound for the Mariners, or Logan Gilbert. Logan Webb is the San Francisco Giants. Logan Gilbert on the mound for the Mariners. Then we got Alcantara. I don't care how you pronounce his name. He is on the mound for the Marlins. Now, I'll tackle with Logan Gilbert. He's got like a 0.4 ERA. This guy's been awesome. Not really too concerned about the Marlins bats. They got Soler. They got a lot of guys. Jazz Chisholm, if I had to be concerned about any guy, he's ruined one of our Nerfies before. Been a little bit concerned about him. But I do think Logan, man, I'm confusing them together, but I think he can control that side of the mound. What about the other side, Logan?
Logan Gilbert has a great first name, right? Yeah. But he should be able to take care of the Marlins, being 26 in first inning runs. I'm confident in that. Now, and Alcantara on the other side of the mound, 1.78 ERA. Seattle's offense, was non-existent in yesterday. I mean, gosh, how many times I'm like, all right, here's an opportunity. Boom, just line out, ground out, strike out even. The Seattle offense is high in first inning runs, and they do put runners on base in the first inning. So it's going to be a little bit sweaty. I don't think this is going to be a no sweat NRFI, but they did NRFI yesterday, against, with those two solid pitchers on the mound, and the over under what is in this game is set to 7. So they're not expecting, fireworks, right? When you're picking a no run first inning, you kind of be, tempting fate to go in that 8.5, 9 range. We're comfortable in the 7 range at minus 140. A little bit juiced, but this is nothing like 175, 180, something like that. Now, yesterday I did give some leans, right? The leans actually all hit. I'll give my other leans, other ones we considered, because behind the scenes, when we're making this pick, I come to Austin and I'm like, what are we feeling today? We kind of collaborate and we pick this one. But that's not to say that that other games might, not NRFI. The other ones that I was looking at, I think Yankees Royals has a good chance again of being a NRFI. Early start game. Yankees bats first time around aren't too hot if you can avoid the solo home run. The other ones I was looking at, if you're looking at Cubs versus Brewers is also another one. A low over under in that one. Stroman versus Burns scheduled. I think those two are decent leans if you get good value on them, right? You don't want to pay too much.
No minus 180 NRFIs out there, please don't.
Yeah, this is NRFI Nation. We want to be smart with how we approach these, because at the end of the day, a solo home run can kill a bet right there. So, but we've been on an incredible run with the no run first inning. I hope we can continue it and finish out the weekend strong once again for NRFI Nation.
Yeah, 100%. We bounced back after our loss yesterday on the NRFI, or 2 days ago. We bounced back with a win. Hopefully we can get back after our 3 plays: White Sox money line, Astros first 5 run line, and we got the Mariners versus Marlins no run first inning. Apologies, I'm in a random place. The videos are a little bit scuffed, but tomorrow we'll be in a new scenery, so definitely check out Monday's video. Appreciate you guys as always for tuning in. It's been Austin. This has been Logan. We'll catch you guys in the next one.